Okay, on this video, division. Let's start. Side this. Okay, so what is division? Okay, when I divide, I want to make equal groups. I want to share equally. It is important, just as the multiplication and when we said it was like a repeated addition. On my division, I'm going to repeat the same numbers, but it's going to be a repeated subtraction. And then I'm going to split into equal groups the same amount of items or the things that I want to divide. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so for division, this is going to be my symbol. It's like this bar with the dot on the top and on the bottom. And I'm going to read like 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Or 8 divided or shared equally into 2 groups, 4 on each group. That's the way that I'm going to read the division. Okay, so when I divide into equal groups, I'm going to have an amount of things, and I'm going to try to put that into groups that have the same amount. Okay, let's think, and let me change this one because I'm not going to write right now. Let's think that I say, just because I want to think that I'm going to make groups of 4. So I'm going to make, maybe this is going to be one group, 4. Then I'm going to make another group of 4, but then I'm going to have these 2 left. And I need to have equal groups on each group. So it's going to be group of 4, and group of 2. That does not work for me. Okay, so then I'm going to try to think how many I have on this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, maybe I'm going to start like thinking if I make them on groups of 2 and then groups of 3 and then groups of 4, I can try it like that. That could be one thing that I can do. I can just try to do it the way that I was showing you, how to divide them into those equal groups. Or since they're kind of like on an array, I can just like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be at one group. This could be my other group. So I have 5 and 5. I have 2 groups of 5. That could be one way that I can put that. Okay, let's erase that and try the next one. Or I can do in a different way where I can divide them into smaller groups maybe. Okay, and let's try with this one. And let's try, maybe I want to put these 2 together. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and 5 groups. So I can make, instead of like 2 groups of 5, I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 2. So in this case, it could be 10 divided, right? What if they're telling me divided into 2 groups? Okay, then it's going to be 5 on each group, right? I need to know how many groups they want me to make to be able to know that I'm going to be able to make equal groups, or that I'm going to be able to share them equally on equal amounts. But if they tell me you have 10 giraffes and I want you to divide them into groups of, let me put this better, into groups of 5, then we do what we did first, right? And then it was like 1 group of 5, second group of 5. Okay, oh, sorry. And I made a mistake here. Let me fix it. It's divided into groups of 5. Okay, divided into groups of 5, and that equals 2. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it depends on how many groups I need to make and the amount of items that I need to share equally into the groups. Okay, I have a word problem here, and this is telling me there are 20 gummy bears. They're giving me an amount, and I want to give each one of my 4 friends an equal number of gummy bears. Okay, so let's see. I have 4 friends right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 friends. Now I know my information is that I have 4 friends, and I need to divide those, right? 20 gummy bears. between those 4 friends. That's the information that I have. So what I'm going to do is like I have 20 gummy bears, and I want to divide those 20 gummy bears between 4 friends. So I'm going to make 4 groups with these gummy bears. I'm going to divide a little bit right here so I'm able to count which one of these spaces is going to be for one of my friends. I can do it like making tally marks and counting one at a time, so I can know exactly how many I'm going to divide into each one of my friends. And this is the first way that I'm going to divide. I'm going to count one at a time until I get to 20, because that's the amount of gummy bears that I have. But I'm just going to go like one for you, and one for you, one for you, one for you, and then I'm going to start again if I have more. And then, but I'm going to be recording how many I already used until I get to 20, so I don't lose the count. Okay, I'm going to use my tally marks. So let's imagine I have my gummy bears, and I'm going to give 1, 1, 1, and 1. So I already passed out 4, right? So I have 4 right there. But I still have 20. I need to pass out 20. Okay, 1, 1, 1, and 1. I pass out another 4, so I have 8 already. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, 12. I still have more because I need to get to 20. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I pass out, I had 16, then I have 20. I got to 20. Okay, and now I'm going to count how many did I give to each one of my friends, because that's what I want to know. I already knew I had 20, and I already knew I had 4 friends. How many gummy bears I was able to give to each one of my friends? So I want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and each one of my friends is going to get 5. So I'm going to say like 20 divided in 4 groups equals 5 gummy bears on each group. So I'm going to count splitting them equally until I get to the amount of number that I have, or then the amount that I have. Okay. I can also do this with a number line. Okay. How do I do it with a number line? Okay, like I can use this skip counting forward, or I can use this skip counting back. Remember, it's like a repeated subtraction. That could be too. Let's think that I have 10 students, and I want to make groups of 2. Okay, so I'm going to count until I get to 0, because then I'm going to be subtracting, because I know the amount that I have. I have 10. I want to make groups of 2, but I don't know how many groups I'm going to be able to make. Okay, so I'm going to have like 10. I'm going to go back to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and I got to 0. Okay, so this could be that I have 10 students and I want to divide them into groups of 2. Oops, redondito, into groups of 2, right? How many groups I'm able to make? Okay, now I'm just going to count my groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and 5 groups. So that could be 10 divided by 2 equals 5. I'm going to be able to do 1 to students, 1 to students, 1 to students, 1, see, all the way to 0. And I'm doing this repeated subtraction, right? 10 minus 2, 8, minus 2, 6, minus 2, 4, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 0. Once I get to 0, I'm repeating that subtraction. I don't have any more to divide into. So I just have to count how many groups or how many jumps I did. And I can do that forward. Remember, I told you I can do like, okay, I'm going to do groups of 2. These 2 are going to be 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. And that's the way that I can use a number line to do division. It could be harder if we have like a very big group, but still it will work. And it's like my skip counting, doing subtraction. Okay, let's answer this problem. The teacher wants to divide 15 markers equally between her 5 students. How many markers can she give to each student? So let's see, I have 1 student, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have my 5 groups. And again, I want to divide the markers equally between those 5 students. Okay, so I'm going to count how many markers do I have? I have 15 markers. I'm going to write the information here. I always try to write important information so I don't get confused. And you know that division symbol is hard to make. Divided between 5 students, and I need to know how many markers are they going to get. So then again, I'm going to split them equally. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's it. I needed to pass 50 markers. I have 3 on this group, 3 on this student. Okay, so each student is gonna get 3 markers. And what I did was just like split them equally between the students. Okay, let's do this other problem. Okay, this is a longer one because it says we have 30 chocolate chips and we want to put the same amount of chocolate chips on each cookie. First, I'm going to see how many cookies I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cookies. Okay, and I need to divide 30 chocolate chip cookies. And I can do the same thing. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or if I feel comfortable doing skip counting by a certain number, I can go and do it like that. And I know there's 30, so maybe I want to count like, okay, you know what? I'm going to put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, not skip counting by 2. I need to do another round. Maybe that will help. But it's going to be a bit hard. What if I do skip counting by 5s because I know my fact families and I go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you have 6, I have 30, I went to 30 and I was skip counting by 5s. I can do that if I feel that I can know like my skip counting and try it. If it works, that's a good method. If not, I can just like count them just like we've been doing, right? So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 on each one. And I could have done like counting my tally marks like this. I just wanted to mark exactly what we have. So I can skip number 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I need to get better at writing numbers here. I'm doing this because this is hard. And 30. So I have my 30. Let's write our operation. So I said I had 30 chocolate chips divided by 6 cookies. How many chocolate chips on each cookie? 5 on each cookie. And I was just like splitting them into equal amounts on each cookie. Okay, and I wanted to show you this because this goes hand in hand with what we were talking about. If I know my skip countings or if I know my multiplication tables and I can transfer that into my fact family. If I say that I have 15, let's just put a number right here, 15, and I'm going down, I'm going to use the symbol, division symbol, 15 divided by 3, right, equals 5. And then I know 3 groups of 5 equals 15. And 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So that's the way I use my fact family triangle with multiplication and division. Let's do it with different numbers. Let's erase this amount and let's do another one. Okay, let's just do one more here. If I decide to do another number and I can do, okay, I'm going to do 16 divided by 4. Oh, that's the same number, equals 4. But then again, 4 multiplied by 4 equals 16. Okay? And we're going to do our flip grid in my A8 grid. Find the one that says division. And guys, this is our last flip grid for this school year. I was really happy that I was able to do these videos for you, even though we were not together in the classroom. I really miss you. And I hope to see your answers on this grid and have fun.